Good afternoon, everyone. This evening we are going to divert from our usual route. Usually we talk about education and talk about current event and talk about economy, talk about social responsibility of teachers, students, doctors and all that. Today we are going to shed some light on something totally different, 360-degree change. This title is गर फिरदौस बरुअ जमी अस्त हमी अस्त हमी अस्त हमी अस्त. Shahjahan has said it when the first time Shahjahan visited Kashmir. He found Kashmir looking like heaven. Shahjahan venerating Kashmir. What Shahjahan said in his Farsi language that Gar Firdaus Barua Jami asked, if there is a heaven on this planet, it is here, it is here, it is here. Hami asked, Hami asked, Hami asked. Now, what has happened to this heaven, this paradise? We all know what has happened to this paradise. We all are scared to visit that paradise. Lots of violence and lots of military beef up and lots of political things and a lot of places you have restriction to visit and this and that and all that. So, while listening about the Kashmir of today, I decided that I should actually share my knowledge, share this information about Kashmir with my students. So I created 4 points. Point number 1 is this heaven on the earth of Shahjahan is in hell today. This heaven that Shahjahan said, the Kashmir, has lots of problems today. Everywhere you see there are police officers, there are military personnel, and everywhere you see there are a terrorist attack and the terrorists and the people are scared and the people are frightened. The tourists don't like to visit this heaven on the earth. Usually, Kashmir was getting millions of tourists a year now. It's a trickle down to only thousands of tourists. And those tourists also are not allowed to go so many places in Kashmir. They cannot go deeper into the Kashmir. Whatever the area and whatever the spot and whatever the location that you read in your tour guide, those locations are not allowed to visit. And there's so many restrictions and the taboos are placed on the visitors. So you can stay at one particular place, particular location and enjoy, not like something like 20, 30 years ago. It was that entire vicinity of Kashmir or entire radius of Kashmir was open for all the Indian visiting Kashmir. Number 2, heaven is trifurcated among Indo-Pak. In 1948 war, this Kashmir, this heaven was trifurcated. It was divided into 3 pieces. 60% of the Kashmir is controlled by India. 35% is in the hands of Pakistan and 5% in the hands of the Kashmir. We cannot handle 2 formidable enemies. If worse comes to worse, if we have to confront with Pakistan, it's okay. But with China and Pakistan both, it would be very tough. And because of that political wrangling, we actually have lost the control, and it seems like we will never be able to get it back. The scenario is going to stay status quo until eternity. And we can have 60%, the biggest chunk of Kashmir. Pakistan has 35%, and Pakistan actually shared 5% to China. So these 3 occupiers, I would say, 3 occupiers are definitely going to refuse and refute any kind of demand made by India. India is going to refute the demand made by Pakistan, and Indo-Pak both are going to make the demand to Sino, and Sino is definitely going to refute it. So it seems like Pakistan is going to keep Whatever Pakistan has occupied, China is going to keep what China has occupied, and India is going to keep 60% what India has occupied. Point number 3, it has become a political powder keg. Political powder keg means anything can happen, anything, absolutely anything at all can happen in Kashmir if any of the partner or any of the occupier is going to push too much. If the pushing too much to Pakistan or China, only the thing we can get is confrontation, nothing else. So it is a powder keg. It can blow up any time. It is very, very sensitive area, very, very volatile area. We can say it has no any kind of stability. It has no any kind of future. Volatile nature of Kashmir is absolutely volatile, and in volatile nature, nothing should be done. Otherwise, anything can happen. Number 4, sitting on the future tenterhook. Kashmir is sitting on the tenterhook. Means a tenterhook means we can say that like it is on the, it is sitting on the big bomb. Anytime the bomb can be detonated and entire Kashmir can actually blow up. So it is very volatile, very sensitive, very unstable. We cannot actually say or predict or forecast anything about the future. And if China is going to move further and they try to grab more, or Pakistan is trying to grab more, or India is trying to grab more, then this whole area is going to turn into big inferno. So it is on the tenterhook. Such a beautiful land, such a gorgeous place, such a heavenly location has been mired in all kinds of quagmire by 3 giant nations with nuclear weapons. All 3 are nuclear weapons. God forbid if little something happens, and if one nation is going to resort to nuclearization or nuclear weapon, then the second nation is also going to retaliate with the same kind of nuclear power. And what will happen is, you can understand, there will be no more Kashmir. Entire Kashmir will be incinerated. Entire Kashmir will be disintegrated. Entire Kashmir will be totally gutted in the inferno created by the nuclear weapons. Kashmir will be no more Kashmir. Kashmiris will be no more over there. And the devastation will be unprecedented in the history of mankind. So these are the 4 points. And Shahjahan has venerated Kashmir as the heaven on the planet Earth. Garfirdaus baruba jamiast. Amiast. So meaning, if there was any heaven on this planet, where any heaven in the planet, then it is here, it is here, it is here. Amiast. Thank you very much for listening. That's all the time we have. And next time again we are going to see each other, and then we are going to talk about something else. Until then, God bless everyone on this planet. Take care of yourself.